Hello and welcome to the Friday Fixture. I'm Naz Islam.
And I'm Robin Davis.
How are you doing today, Robin?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, thank you, not bad. It's a bit of a weird episode today.
It's Friday.
Yeah, that's right. It's definitely a Friday. We are recording on a Wednesday, which just doesn't feel right. No,
I feel naked right now.
It's just...
Wish you were.
Yeah, it's that kind of podcast. That's how we do it on Wednesdays.
Audio listeners would have never known.
No, exactly. I could have got away with it.
We've got some returning guests. We've got the two Matts. And we've also got Rob joining us today as well. Just give us a reminder, you guys, of your teams.
The famous Sky Blue Army of Coventry City, if you've ever heard of that one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the Red Devils, Manchester United.
Do you want to tell us the reason?
The
behind?
reason why? Oh goodness me! So I'm a Surrey boy, and yeah, London born and bred, and you often find a lot of United supporters in London. I'm one of those. But my dad's from Preston, and when we were younger, he would take us to Preston North End. I decided that was not the team I wanted to support. Yeah. So he started taking us to United games, Ronaldo heyday, and I fell in love.
Nice.
So that's my team.
I can't believe you chose Ronaldo over Preston North End.
Well, I
Wait,
know.
Robin, ain't you Real Madrid fan now?
I'm now a Real Madrid fan and many other, wherever he's gone.
I grew up with Al Nassr personally. So.
Yeah.
Massive
fan. But yeah, that is me. And I'm very much a plastic supporter, so do with that what you will across the podcast.
It's good to start with a bit of honesty.
Yeah,
especially on this Friday.
Yep.
Well, that reminds me.
We'll cut that one out.
Because I think on the first episode, I think I was trying to validate why Naz is a Liverpool fan. So we went in hard, didn't we, on episode 1 about...
Oh, we did.
Yeah, anyway. You're not a plastic fan, basically, is what we're trying to say. Not at all. Yeah, Matt?
Yeah, I'm the other Matt, and I'm a Derby County fan. So a lot's changed since I last spoke on here. So I'm looking forward to getting into that.
I didn't know last time, so I didn't get to ask you because I wasn't here. Were you guys your team's fans because of home, or?
Yep. So I'm born and bred in Derby.
Mm-hmm.
My family still live up there.
Mm.
So I was a season ticket holder until last year, and then unfortunately, with the financial state of the country,
Understandable,
and the fact I live in London,
yeah,
I don't really get to go out too often.
So you guys support your locals.
Midlands boys. I think Coventry is one of those teams you're very seldom going to meet a plastic supporter of Coventry City.
Hey, you're doing really well at the moment.
That's true. We could attract some glory hunters. Actually, with the Frank Lampard's Coventry City thing, we now do have some. There's a very lovely Japanese guy who now comes over to Coventry City games because he loves Frank Lampard that much. So
wonderful.
Yeah, it's going well.
You go together to the games, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I commute from Osaka every weekend.
Brilliant. Okay, more on that later. Fantastic. Right, let's get stuck
really gone
into...
down a rabbit hole, haven't we?
Let's get stuck into results from the past weekend. We're in a bit of a weird situation because we're bang in the middle of the week. There are fixtures going on at the moment. We had matches last night. There'll be matches tonight. We're not going to worry about those too much just because of timeliness. It's all a bit confusing. We don't want to confuse our listeners. So let's touch on the big game on the weekend just gone, which was Chelsea versus Arsenal. Robin, I'll get your take on this. How did you find that game?
Do you know what? I thought with 11 men, we were the better team. Chelsea, this is. I thought with 10 men, we were the better team. And I thought Reece James kind of cemented his place as I'm hoping the starting right back for England at the World Cup, if he's not injured, which he probably will be, but we'll talk about it later. So yeah, I was delighted that we kind of nullified Arsenal. I thought on our preview pod last Friday, Kieran was very confident of a sort of 3-0 win for Arsenal, and I thought none of those kind of narratives played out. It kind of felt like Chelsea were the kind of the team that were leading the Premier League at the moment rather than Arsenal, which was a bit of a surprise. But
they are world champions, aren't they?
We are world champions, yeah. Me personally, I had a lot to play
with
with
this.
this.
I never hear from their supporters, to be honest.
Okay,
Very
well,
loose to have.
Yes, everyone's favourite tournament, the Club World Cup, which we all followed.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy like the world champion club crest, but it's so big. Like if you to buy it like on your kit, it looks ridiculous. So I declined.
Can you buy that just to print on a normal
t-shirt? Yeah. To be fair, that's what I did.
Can you also get a fake one where it's even bigger and actually covers the entire shirt?
Loads of bad spelling
Club
mistakes.
Will's cap.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. But yeah, going back to the game, I was delighted with the result. I thought Maresca has a knack of like being really solid in the big games, as it were. We often lose in the sort of smaller games. So it was just pleasing to like get through that game, not losing, and still feel like we're in a title race potentially if we get our run together. So yeah, I was really pleased. Chalobah as well, one of my favourite players. Who Ludo, who's been on the podcast a few times, actually met a few weeks ago. So yeah, I was delighted, mate.
Yeah,
what were
very
your
good.
thoughts on the game?
No, honestly, I resonate with everything you're saying. Like, they do look great. I think a lot of people see Chelsea as what Arsenal were a few years ago, where they were just sort of a team with a lot of talent, and it was young, and they kind of just needed a bit of guidance. And I think eventually, heading in that direction, they'll look really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of the top of the table now, it's Man City's up there, Chelsea's up there. You know, it's going to be a little bit more of a race.
I think we do have a race, which
Yeah.
is exciting. I mean, I think you need a race to sort of make the league more watchable as well. Like, I feel like last season, we spoke about it on last Friday's pod. You did kind of run away with the league by kind of December, and it was a bit of a damp squib by that point in terms of, like, you were sort of watching the games with inevitabilities being like, well, it's Liverpool's title to lose, as it were, and you just never lost it. So yeah, I think it's good to have a bit of a slip up, even if it was a draw. I think it's just good for those narratives, really. It just makes it more exciting, especially around Christmas, which obviously this is a Christmas special, guys. So yeah, I think it just makes that whole period more exciting for the fans at home.
Yeah. And in terms of that right back situation, do we think then Reece James is holding it down?
Reece James, when he's fit, is unbelievably good. It's just the case that he's never fit.
He's unfortunately the most injured man on the planet.
Bar none.
None, unfortunately.
But he looks really good.
Someone
Like,
else.
when he gets the ball in an attacking sense.
Luke Shaw, potentially?
No, God.
He's a pretty injured man. No, I'm telling you,
yeah.
injury. Oh, not in terms of...
Heart went there.
Be careful what we say there. But yeah, injury-wise.
Yeah, and the fullback positions for England, I think, are very much up in the air as it stands. I guess you've got Livramento maybe vying on that right-hand side, Jed Spence on the other side. But
Jed Spence, wow, fair. I mean, you wouldn't have said that a few seasons ago, would you? But he's in the mix, I suppose.
He's quite locked in, I'd say.
He's played a lot of
Very
games
locked
under
in.
Tuchel.
Yeah.
And Tuchel likes to stick with players he knows.
I think with James as well this season, this is the first time, like, he's been quite consistently available for a few years now. And what it is as well, I was listening to people talk about this, and it's a sense of, it seems like he's beginning to trust his body a bit more, and he's becoming a bit more sort of comfort. Because I imagine when you're injured all the time, you come back and your mentality is
A bit scared.
oh, I can't get injured again, and he's always sort of on edge. He looks a little bit better with that now.
Do you know why that is as well? It's because the manager has been very clever about the minutes that he actually plays. So you'll actually notice if you watch. I mean, I watch obviously every Chelsea game. He'll often not start the majority of games. He'll often come on in the 45th minute, or he might start the game and then come off in the 60th. Like, they've clearly recognised that this kid just can't play 90 minutes like week in, week out. It just doesn't work for his body, which is a shame. But they've managed his minutes perfectly, and you're reaping the rewards. And also, like, I feel like for England, like, nowadays, in the World Cup, you have, like, finishers, as it were. Palmer was a finisher, played really well.
Gordon.
Reece James could have that role of, like, coming on in the 60th in most games in the World Cup as a sort of starting player, but as a sub, as it were, and be really effective. So
Is that something players just have to, like, swallow sometimes? Like, they're just not a 90-minute player?
Yeah.
Really?
I think Crouch really struggled with it when he was playing at Liverpool, and he would always come on as a sub, score one or two,
Super sub,
and then he would never get that leg up to start, and he got really frustrated by the end.
Yeah.
But they were just like, we trust you so much coming on that we know you can do a job.
As someone who can only play about 5 minutes of football without getting out of breath, I really relate to that.
You'd agree, yeah.
Yeah, I'm super sub. Get me in the additional time at the end of the game.
And you'll finish
Wow.
it off.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
there.
I was going to say, I wouldn't really mind it. Like, imagine coming on and everyone's tired. You'll probably feel a lot better about your footballing ability as well.
I'm really good at this.
Racing past everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
For
Get me in.
those last 3
Yeah.
minutes. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's move on to you guys' teams. Let's have a little look at your seasons. We'll start with you, Matt. How was Sky High, Sky Blues?
You should write for a newspaper because that would be a lovely headline.
Head, mate.
Yeah, I mean it's going about as well as it possibly could go. I mean, last time I was here on the Friday Fixture, we had
Our branding has really changed.
yeah, it really has. It really has. We were just about to play Wrexham, and that was a defeat. And I said that we were going to lose in that. So if anyone wants to go and listen back to that, as I'm sure they will.
I said a draw.
You said a draw.
Yeah, I did the same.
So the other prediction you made about the Shard this week. Let's
Let's ignore the Shard.
Okay.
Don't
The
go to the
Shard?
Shard on Thursday, Robin.
Okay.
Do not do it.
Why are you looking
the
at me
building.
ominously? Like,
Don't
what's
do it.
Okay.
Don't go to.
Right.
Anyway, Coventry City.
Is it like a conspiracy podcast now? Like, what's going on?
Well, we'll find out on Thursday.
Absolutely, yeah. Place your
We're
bets
going to get
now,
cancelled on
guys.
Friday.
But yeah, it's going as well as it possibly can do. I think we're at least 10 points clear at the top now. We've got Ipswich on Saturday. I will be there in the Ipswich end. I know.
How do you manage that?
I probably shouldn't be. Yeah, the ultras are going to come and get me.
Tractor
absolutely.
boys, yeah.
The tractor boys are going to beat the living tractors out of me.
To be
But
fair, you have got farmer vibes about you, mate. And sort of,
I'll take that as a compliment, Robin. Thank you.
I'm joking.
But yeah, I mean, one of my friends is an Ipswich season ticket holder, so it would be me on my own with all my good Coventry friends, who are all obviously lovely people.
So when you score,
I mean, I'm going to be secretly wearing my Cov City shirt underneath. And the last time I did that and sat in a home end was at QPR a few years ago, and I was found out by a 70-year-old immobile man who said, "You better get out of here now, or I will chase you."
He's
It was
immobile.
literally an immobile man.
How was that going to end?
If I was missing legs, I could have ran faster than he could have chased me. So yeah, hoping to get threats of being beaten up by some of the good folk of Ipswich.
It's really nice. It's a really nice welcome you're going to get now after saying all of that.
Sorry, no. My question for you, when it comes to commentary, with Frank Lampard, right? He's fantastic in the Championship, and he did the same thing with Derby County as well. You know, he's clearly got this ability to kill it in the Championship. Can he take that to the Premier League?
I think, I was very pessimistic when he took over from Mark Robbins originally, but now having seen him, and just seeing how well we are doing, if we do the kind of thing Sunderland have done this year, have a big sort of team change, even getting some old-timers like they've done with Granit Xhaka, I genuinely think, he's got a few more years of experience under his belt. I really think we could end up doing
I would like to remind
right.
you, it's not actually Christmas yet.
Yeah, it's the Christmas special.
Yeah, come on,
and the
Matt.
non-denominational holiday
I'm just
special
saying,
as well.
as a Derby fan and a man who's been through Lampard's,
I mean, you said last time I had rose
you've got a lot
tinted.
of time before he just kind of been rammed to the mic there.
Sorry, is that a Derby County reference for you there?
Yeah, exactly, pun intended. There's plenty of time for him to let you down.
Of course there is, and I'm very ready and willing to see that happen.
Isn't there something like 6 games in like a 3-week period across December or something?
It's
It can
a
change
lot.
very, very quickly.
It's a lot.
But I'm not. I love the romance of Coventry right now.
It's a very
I'm
romantic
fully
place.
behind it.
Can I ask you, like, does it annoy you, like, all of these, like, Naz, not your fault, but, like, I feel like a lot of the questions that are given to Coventry fans and also in the media is about, like, is Frank Lampard's Coventry, like, does that kind of irritate you? Or
Naz,
you find...
it is your fault.
No, it's not.
by the
I'm not
way.
saying Naz, I'm just saying, like, there is, like, this narrative, right, of, like, every sort of question is kind of linked to, because he was such a massive player for England and for Chelsea, obviously.
I mean, it's very different from when we had Mark Robbins for
Yeah, okay. Well, maybe
however
it
long.
was kind of Mark Robinson's Coventry as well, I suppose, wasn't it? But like, I just feel like because it is Frank Lampard, it's the question always starts with him first rather than the club. Does that, as a fan of Coventry, does that kind of irritate you, or are you fine with it?
I mean, it's the fact that people are mentioning Coventry is a lot better than it has been for the last 18 years.
He also like. He really does love that club.
Yeah,
As somebody that
absolutely.
has a connection to
Insider
somebody
track.
very high up there,
Doug King.
basically.
Ooh.
And he was telling me once recently, he was like, it was a no-brainer making the decision to employ Frank Lampard as the manager because he was the only guy that came at it with this kind of almost academic perspective. Like he'd done research on every single player.
He's got a Latin A level. He knows how to do his research.
There we go. He's a clever guy, let alone a very good footballer. And he does research on everyone, and he had plans in the works for who they needed to get in, who he wanted to leave, and obviously managers will always come at things with that. But like, he didn't just see it. He wasn't a journeyman manager. You know, he wasn't like, this is just my next gig. He was like, this is a story I want to be part of, and we're going to change this club's fortunes. Because they've been there a couple of years ago, but lost to Luton, was it?
Yeah, it was
in the
Luton.
playoffs?
Yeah,
Rob,
I was
to
there.
that
Sad.
point, like it's, you know, he could just have been a TV pundit earning millions of pounds.
Exactly.
A bit like Gary. Obviously, Gary Neville went to Valencia. That was quite
Went
hilarious.
very well.
It's quite funny looking at those results, by the way. The Barcelona away is really funny. But yeah, he could have just done like an easy gig, as it were, or gone to Saudi.
Yeah.
But he's, like you say, done the hard graft and reaping the rewards. And hopefully it'll work out in the Premier League when or if they go up.
And it's the thing, every 2 weeks you see these made up rumours on AI generated football websites, which are very common, saying, oh, Lampard's been linked with Rangers, Lampard's been linked with Everton, Chelsea again, all these sort of things. I just don't think it will
That was me
happen.
writing that, by the
I
way.
don't think he's going
The AI
anywhere.
master.
I really don't. I think he wants to be there to see them into the Premier League.
Absolutely. I mean, it would be a mad decision to leave now.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
think. I think he's going to stick with us. I know I'm getting glares from Matt 2 over
Matt
there.
2.
Matt
I've
2.
seen it firsthand.
You've had your
We
heart
weren't,
broken.
we weren't 10 points clear, to be fair.
Okay.
But we did the playoffs thing, and we thought we lost the playoff final to Villa, and I thought he'll stay.
But he was a young
And how
man
silly
then.
was I?
All he had was a few Latin A levels and
Yeah.
Champions Leagues and
But it was
Premier Leagues
interesting.
under
You
his
say this
belt.
stuff about how he loves Coventry. I heard the same stuff when he was at Derby. He told us he loved us.
You can love more than one thing, Matt.
No, it's like I sound like I'm talking about an ex-girlfriend. It really feels like that.
You're not
But-
bitter though.
It's not that sort of podcast, mate.
No, I don't miss it.
No, it's fine.
That's the Thursday Fixture Club. That's when we talk
Yeah,
about our
yeah.
relationships, not this.
You just
not
don't
this
want to let
episode.
that 10-point gap close, because if you come into May around that third spot,
We will end up losing to Preston North End.
yeah.
And that could tank everything.
Damn it! I knew I should have supported.
You should have been a
I
Preston
should've
fan.
Is that your last game of the season?
No, no,
Oh,
no. I
right.
just assume
Okay.
it is. It's such a last game of the season game to
They'll
lose.
come in on a
5-0.
charge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who are you worried about following you up? So you got
I-
Middlesbrough in second. Are you worried about them?
They are, as far as I'm aware, still lacking a manager. So I think when they get a manager, they are going to be in a stronger position. And they're already in a fairly strong position. I think Stoke are definitely one to watch. They've got Mark Robbins now, so there's a little
They've
bit
been
of
doing really well.
something there, and
Yeah.
they're doing very well.
Can I ask you about Ellis Sims?
You can.
Because I feel like he's a player that was at Sunderland in League One, I think, back in the day. Or is
So-
that right?
I can't remember,
I'll
actually.
check. I'll
I
double
thought
check.
Ellis Sims came from Everton.
Okay, so he's on loan for a bit. At
Yes,
Sunderland. Yeah, how's he? He's
Well,
doing really well, right?
Yeah, I thought he was dreadful, to be honest, for the first 2 seasons he came. He would come on,
All right, maybe not
he
then.
could never ever finish, but now in the last 3 weeks to a month, he's suddenly figured out how to put a football in a net. And he's still, he's still got his faults. There are definitely still times when you think, how on earth did you not score that, Ellis Sims? But he does seem to be much, much better than he was.
So Championship's kind of his. Not
Like,
to be mean, but is that his level?
He's a championship.
You get a lot of
yeah.
those ballers in the Championship where you think you are
100%.
staying there your whole career, and you'll have 10 amazing games and 10 games where your fans want to boot you out the system.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to see you age 36 playing for Barnet FC.
Yeah, and they will.
They
What,
will,
Matt,
but-
or
No, yeah, Matt as well. Yeah, you only got
take
10
that.
years till it. Practice a little bit, you could be there in no time.
we had it with Tom Ince. He was unbelievable for half a season.
Yeah.
Tom Ince, as in like
Paul Ince's son.
Paul Ince's son, right?
Yeah, didn't quite reach
The
the
better
level.
of the Inces, presumably Tom.
The more well-known in Derby.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
He was at Liverpool, right? Tom Ince, I think, as an academy player.
Would make sense.
And I think he was seen as like the rising star, and then
He was at
obviously
Derby, yeah, and
didn't
then-
quite work out.
Yeah.
He kept playing for Derby.
Yeah,
Never-
and kept playing for Derby.
Yeah.
And kept. I mean, it's such a classic type of guy, right? These
Yeah.
people who they'll get 20, 25 goals in the Championship, they'll go up, maybe get one, and then they will be immediately a League One player, and then back to the Championship.
Well, yeah, like Jack Marriott came up, nearly won the Golden Boot in that the Lampard season.
Yeah.
And then kind of just disappeared into a void of League One.
Who does he play for now?
I actually don't know. Did he go back to Peterborough maybe?
That's a
I don't
classic
know where
move.
he is now,
That
though.
is the Derby to Peterborough
Yeah.
trajectory is a classic one.
Oh, yeah. There must be some.
Well, let's talk about Derby. We were going to move down the table a little bit. We're going
Ooh,
down
not too far.
Dig
Not
there,
too far.
digging there,
Not
yeah.
too far. But we're down to 11th. How are you finding your season? mate?
Well, last time I came on here, the question was posed, are you in a relegation scrap? And
Okay.
I boldly claimed no. And since that podcast, unlike Coventry went on and lost, we won 5 games on the bounce. And if we hadn't have lost to Middlesbrough last weekend, we would be in second or third.
And that was a tough defeat to
Yeah,
take.
Morgan Whittaker, former Derby player, killing us off in the 85th minute.
3 points off the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. 3 points off the playoffs, very much in it. And that's why I say these things. I'm not just being anti-Lampard, anti-Coventry. The Championship can change like that. But I think we've been really good this season at times. And going away to Middlesbrough, holding them out for as long as we did, we scored in the 2nd minute. And then I think they were just all over us from that. So walking away that, we took 3 points off Swansea away earlier in the week. I think we'd be pretty happy coming up to Christmas as we are.
Middlesbrough were one of those teams, aren't they? Where like obviously they got rid of the manager left and needed to go to Wolves, They're second in the league. They're 10 points off Coventry, which shows how
It's crazy.
I mean, they're a very good team, Borough. It's unfortunate they lost Rob Edwards, sorry. So yeah, I mean anyone can lose to Middlesbrough away.
It's a tough place to go. It always has been, and we actually never do well there. So I remember vividly in my third year of uni watching us go 3-0 down there and slightly tapping the wall a bit too hard and my hand just going through the plaster into the neighbour's living room.
How many Monster Energies had you had before that?
Yeah, it's 12:30 kickoff, so just a 10 matches with that one.
I think the first game I ever saw was Coventry Middlesbrough, and I think we lost categorically, and I believe Gareth Southgate was playing. If anyone knows who that guy is.
You mean Sir?
Sir Gareth Southgate,
Yeah.
And we saw it at the time as well. We knew it was going to happen.
Make a good manager one day, you know.
Yeah, I think
feel
so.
like he
Yeah,
could be good for England.
Sir Gareth Southgate's
Yeah.
Coventry City. I can't wait to see that happen.
I'd love to see him step back into management.
Do you know what?
Well,
that
what do you
is-
think's next for him?
I was going to say that is a classic
Yeah.
move, isn't it, for him? Like a championship club
Yeah.
or something.
Do you think he would?
Could you go from England to the Championship?
I feel like he loved. I mean, you've actually met him, haven't you, Rob? I don't know if you can.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it was cool.
Tell us more.
Well, I mean, I can't say
No,
I
it
had
isn't,
too
yeah.
much of a conversation. No, I can talk about it. Like, you know.
NDA
he-
signed.
That's like NDA.
What has Sir Gareth Southgate done?
I'm going to say I can't say I really got much out of him.
No,
apart
okay.
from
Spill the
he's
tea.
been approached by traitors.
Did he
But they
say
used
that
to
on
play
Friday
that.
Friday
He said that on the air,
Fixture
so that's
exclusive?
fine. Yeah. Well, no, it's not an exclusive, but they used to play it in England camp. So he used to call it Wolves and Villages.
Okay.
So the same concept, and he said he loves it, but he was just like he's really umming and ahhing over whether he could do the celebrity version because he's so bad at lying. He's a
That
wonderful
explains why we lost
chap.
the World Cup.
Okay. Do you know what I find with Gareth Southgate is he's not got the biggest of charismas that he could probably go on the normal traitors and people probably wouldn't notice. They'd be like, oh.
And then he puts a waistcoat on and everyone's, it's that guy.
guy.
Do you know what I mean? He's got that sort of aura where like you
Yeah.
could just walk into a coffee shop and no one recognise him. Like
I tell you what though, he is because where it was, a lot of people come in and out of there, and they really, celebrities or whatever, big names, they don't really notice you. But like he came into the room, and I don't know whether the PR have just told him to be like this, but I think it's genuinely him. He literally looked everyone in the eye, shook him by the hand, asked them a question each. It felt like he was looking into my soul in a really nice
That's
way.
nice.
It was like, wow, you really noticed me, and you'll never meet me again in your life, but I've just got a lot from that interaction.
Yeah.
Wednesday fixture exclusive. Gareth Southgate's a nice bloke.
Yeah, he's a nice bloke.
Confirmed live on air.
It's not fake.
on.
Yeah, that's great
Yeah.
news.
I'm pleased about that.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely believable given his, impact on the England team was essentially that, right?
Yeah.
Making everyone feel seen and
Yeah.
bringing that community.
I mean, he
vibe.
did get me back into watching England play, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just really wasn't interested in the years leading up to that. And then the 2018 World Cup, what a World Cup
Here's
that
so
was.
true.
Here's a curious question: would you take if, let's say, Tuchel does well, we win the World Cup? If we win
When?
the World Cup, I don't know how
When?
to jinx it. When, if, whatever.
You've heard it here.
Put
first.
your money
This
on
is an
now.
exclusive on the Friday Fixture.
Wednesday.
Would you take him Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Would you take him back for England, like as a sort of like everything's good vibes by that point, so it's
I'll
kind of less
admit,
pressure,
I
right?
cried when he got sacked.
Oh,
Yeah, I
really?
was very sad.
I was very, very
Oh, I'm
upset.
sorry, mate.
I thought
That
he
is an exclusive.
I thought he was
Matt
a-
Wolf cried
Yeah.
when Gareth
yeah,
Southgate.
first time in my life.
Are you the sort of bloke that wouldn't cry over like some personal issues, but like a manager getting sacked? You just like
But obviously we
the
advocate for
water
men's mental health and you're allowed to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He cried too, man.
Yeah, and that's what got me, Southgate leaving. Because I thought, it's hard to name a person in the past 10 years who's done as much for this country as Southgate.
Oh, here we go.
Agreed.
For the whole country.
Agreed.
Have you got a tattoo, by the way? Is it?
No, I don't, but
It's
yeah.
next to your Farage one, isn't it?
I told you to keep that a secret.
Sorry.
You're the only one who's seen that.
Yeah. Well, at least you got your Frank Lampard one removed.
Matt, that's
Yeah,
the first
exactly.
and hopefully last time
not as
Farage's name is mentioned on this podcast. But you never know.
It's all right. It's the
You never
Wednesday
know.
one. We
Yeah.
do things different on Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's more
we delve
relaxed.
in politics.
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
yeah.
No,
So
I-
Gorbachev, yes or no?
No, but back to Southgate, I thought he was brilliant.
Please.
And people, after that last game, the Spain game, and everyone was like, oh, we were crap in that Euros at times, but we got to a final. Tuchel won the Champions League by playing pretty crap football at
Yeah.
times.
How dare you?
I mean, he set the expectations so high
Yeah.
to the point that when we were in the final of the Euros, it was like, oh, it's only the final that we
Yeah,
reached.
and it was
you just think,
ridiculous.
what was that team doing in 2016? You were losing 1-0 to Iceland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ollie Watkins still hasn't recovered.
Yeah,
He hasn't scored a goal that good.
Yeah. How could you
Yeah.
after that?
I think that speaks to just like Tuchel. I'm sorry for saying this, but it feels quite transactional. He's done really well. We've scored 21 goals unanswered, whatever. Well done. But like we've shipped him in to win a World Cup. You know, Gareth Southgate was like watching a movie of your national team constantly whenever you watched him, and like I don't think we'll ever have that for a very long time.
Well, it's like rags to riches, isn't it? Almost like because he came in. I think the manager before him was Big Sam. Who had one game,
a 100% win record.
Yeah, was it against Slovenia away? I think,
no idea.
Memory serves,
I think
something
it was,
like that.
yeah.
And then they
ran.
I don't think he ran. I think he sort of very much got
slowly walked out of the Ritz Hotel after. Yeah. And then obviously he came in, and I remember when the appointment was made, and I was like, meh. As in, I couldn't really have cared either way. And obviously 2018 is a really like core memory. A bit like, I'm sure you're about to say the same, Matt. Like I love that World Cup.
Absolutely.
It was like I was in the pub like watching it like when Trippier scored the free kick. I literally thought we had a chance of like getting to the final and maybe winning the World Cup. Like, it was actually the first.
I fully thought we were going to win the World
Your
Cup.
brain almost opens these like pathways that you'd never fathomed before. It was amazing.
Having 9 Stella Artois at my parents' house and crying when we lost to Croatia. So both Matts have cried because of Gareth Southgate.
You were 10, weren't you, at the time?
I was 43, I'll have you know.
That game was horrible.
That was really rough.
John Stones switching off.
That and the Italy final. Maybe the two worst experiences.
It has been like one of the most sort of emotional roller coaster moments for like any football fan, I think, realistically. It's funny that you guys have touched on all of this, but have you guys seen the play Dear England?
Well, I was just about to mention that.
I have seen it. It is fantastic. Like it is so good. It's basically everything we've been talking about the sort of the attachment to not just the footballing side of things, but the cultural thing, bringing like the English people together and like everyone feeling that sense of hope and then despair, and you go through all of this together. Yeah, what did you think?
When I went, I loved it, and when I went to see it, it was really funny because there was this, it must have been like 8-9-year-old kid in front of me, and I was like, were you even alive for the 2018 World Cup? You might have been one, and yet he still knew all the results. So they go through some of the the famous games and they reenact it, and this 8-year-old kid knew exactly what was going to happen, and you could see him before, say, someone missed a penalty with his head in his hands, being like, "No, don't miss it, Kieran Trippier, please."
Do you know what I think as well? That 2018 World Cup was. I mean, there's a lot of narrative at the moment. I'm going to go onto the flags now, but because 2018 was a time where it felt like you could fly the flag of St. George and not like have. There was almost like connotations of being like anti-immigration or sort of like suggestions that you might be a racist, whatever it might be, because sometimes that flag does have those kind of those relationships to it. Whereas it felt like everyone had the same pride of their nation, like, and it was really beautiful. And I think even on that show you were speaking about, I think Gareth spoke about
that's why he was back in the media, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think you need voices like Gareth Southgate to kind of bring a sense of calm in very chaotic times, and we do really miss spokespeople like that who can promote, equality basically. Because I mean, I think Tuchel's very much like a company man. Yeah. But I don't think, because he's not English as well, if he says the same narratives that Gareth Southgate said about the flags, for example, it doesn't quite land in the same way. It doesn't have quite the same. Whereas I feel like at that time, he managed to. This is going to sound very dramatic, but he did manage to unite it felt like unite the country.
It's the only times I've felt in recent years there has been a sort of nebulous, homogenous.
Maybe the Olympics was the last time before that.
Yeah, that's true.
God, absolutely. Yeah. Lionesses. Yeah, I mean,
then 2012
winning the Euros.
Yeah, 2012 the Olympics. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I know what you mean. Like, I really like Tuchel as a manager. I think he's a good bloke, but it does feel like you've brought in some sort of like KPMG auditor into the team.
Yeah,
it's
like
tick, it out. Exactly.
I'm quite happy with that. I don't know about you boys. It's very open. The two parties gone. You come in, win as a World Cup. Yeah. If not, you go. If you do win it, you're also going.
I mean, I've spoken to someone who works with people in the FA, and they've said his contract is till the end of the World Cup, win or lose.
Yeah. Exclusive on the Wednesday.
That's an exclusive on the Wednesday-Friday political fixture.
I actually think the football under Tuchel has been quite good. We scored a lot of goals now. Is it like how many goals in the last game? Like, I'll look up in a second.
Well, we have our 100% record.
Yeah, 100% record, not conceded.
Well.
Yeah, I think it's been good. Like, I know obviously he's German, but I'm joking. But like, as in, if it was
Daily Mail.
I'm only joking. I just mean like there are a lot of narratives like people wishing he was also English. But I think if like Matt says, if he gets the job done, wins the World Cup, then that's all that matters, isn't it? It doesn't matter.
And a lot of that foundation is due to Sir Gareth anyway. So I'm sure he'll get his flowers.
Well done, Sir Gareth. He did it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, let's move on. This was completely unplanned
Yeah,
English
no.
out there.
I like it.
The
That's the
So
segue.
emotional right now.
Yeah, me too.
Well, he wants to talk about Nigel Farage, so I'll swiftly move that on.
Let's move on.
He's not English, he's German.
Oh, God.
Rob, let's bring you in. Let's talk about Manchester United.
I'll do my best here, but go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you finding the season so far?
I've been mixed.
Mhm.
It's been like that for the last 10 years now.
Yeah.
This
So
is therapy for you, right?
it's therapy somewhat. I mean, whether I care like some of the diehard fans, I can't say I do. It's a fascinating watch, I think, from a psychological perspective and also like a business perspective, how to run. You see, I mean, obviously Liverpool going through what they're going through at the moment, but they've been run so well for the last 5 to 8 years. You know, they made the right transfers, they've sold the right people, they've made loads of money. United's been relying so much on its name for so long now, and finally it's honed in on the football, and the football just hasn't been good enough for so long. So I think Jim Ratcliffe coming in, I think he's making some tough decisions, which some people in the media aren't very happy about, but I think he knows how to build billion-pound companies, you know, and I think he's coming in and it probably needs a bit of a corporate job, to be honest, because it's not what it used to be. You know, excited about the prospect of a new stadium in the future. You know, the training grounds have already been updated. That's already making a difference, I feel. Team is not what it's been like in the past. We're talking now 10 years past. There's a dearth of... Dearth? Is dearth right thing? Is that more or less?
Girth or dearth?
A dearth
No,
is
it's
a
dearth,
dearth.
yeah.
Dearth of good
Yes,
talent, you know. I think like because they're not the Liverpools and the Man Cities of the world anymore. They can't attract the best.
Hold on.
Go on.
Dearth. What? I don't know this word.
You've never heard the word
I think
dearth?
it's dearth.
There's like a
Yeah, I
lack
think
of.
dearth is, I mean,
Yeah.
dictionary corner at the end now.
This is
so
your
yeah.
zenith, Naz.
Okay.
What I'm trying to do, Naz, is distract you with big words because I don't really know what I'm talking about, but
None of
I'm
us do,
doing my
to be honest,
best.
let's be honest.
I think they need Beckham back, actually.
That Beckham would be fantastic. Just get him slotted into free kicks.
Romeo.
No, I'm happy with, you know, Crystal Palace away the other day was a huge result. We come off the back of a couple of draws. Everton was frustrating. I mean, it was home. They lose a player, and yet we somehow managed to lose. They're quite self-harming sometimes.
Yeah, it's a
Are
very. I
United.
watched that Everton game, and it is very hard to play against a team like Everton when they literally just put
yeah.
everyone behind the ball. And a big issue for you guys is you can't really create anything.
Yeah.
Bring on kind of a Mason Mount who as creative as I would be on that left side.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was frustrating, but I think I do trust Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I think they've put the trust in him. I think he's very realistic about the prospects at the moment. He knows, you know, they are really a high mid-table team, to be honest.
Do you think the team needs a refresh?
I think so. Well, apparently there's talk of a bit of a midfield gutting in January. I think Xerxes might be on the way out. It was his first
Totally
goal for
fair.
United in
He celebrated it,
364
like, kind of going
days.
to the
or
fans
something.
being like, "Oh, here I am." It's
Yeah,
I'm here.
my 100th goal of the year.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I think Kobe Mainoo's probably going as well. I think,
Mysterious case, that one, because he was so.
He was
He
great.
deserves
Such a
better.
mysterious
He deserves
case.
so much better.
but United do that. I mean, who do we lose to? Forest, who ended up going and scoring against us when they thrashed us. Who was
Elanga.
it? Yeah, Anthony Elanga. Like another case of
It's
like.
gone to Newcastle, right?
Oh, he's gone to Newcastle.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
It was when he was at Forest
No,
on
yeah,
loan,
Newcastle,
I
Forest.
think. Yeah,
Kobe
yeah,
Mainoo
yeah.
is someone who should go and play for Villa or someone
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, and then would
absolutely.
be absolutely
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah,
Or you can go
yeah.
and save like West Ham and be like. the
Yeah,
Jesse Lingard
exactly,
figure.
exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I'm happy with some of the transfers that were made. You know, Mbomo.
Mason Mount, what do you make to...
Well, I mean, I haven't been watching enough to be honest. It's nice that he's, I guess, back. Really, I don't really know
Scored
what I
against
think
Palace,
about.
so that
He
was...
did score against
that was
Palace.
good.
Yeah.
Nice free kick.
It's Cunha and Mbeumo. who
Cunha and
have been
Mbeumo
to- yeah.
are really very welcome. I love watching
Yeah.
Cunha like so much. And I think he also instills like a culture in that team of if he loses the ball, he's straight back on it. You know, and you see that in other players now. It's that tempo and not being lazy. You've seen laziness in the past. You know, and I'm going to say it, but the likes of Paul Pogba were there. You know, like big name, pretty arrogant player.
He must be due back soon.
Yeah, I was going to say him and
I
Eric
think he-
Cantona.
I think he
are
is.
coming
He's
back.
playing again, isn't he?
Yeah.
For
He is,
Monaco.
for Monaco.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
That's
was in tears actually at getting re-signed because he'd been out of the game for so long. But I don't know.
I thought we meant signing for United when he
No,
originally came back.
no. But I don't know. That's my take. I think 2-3 years time. I think we're going to start expecting kind of back to what we have been used
I was
to.
discussing United with my brother last
Yeah.
night, and we were talking about. You mentioned like some of the signings, and a name popped into my head, and I'll drop this name. And if you can tell me where he is now, fair play.
Okay, here we go.
Odion Ighalo.
Ooh.
Screams Galatasaray.
He went from Watford, didn't he? Came from Watford on loan, I think.
I think United literally signed him because they're like, that guy's a big United fan, and he can kick a football, and then he couldn't do.
They thought about
Or has he
signing
gone
Rob.
to?
I think did he go Saudi?
Oh,
I was
yeah,
gonna say,
it's an
I
Al
think
Hilal
United-
kind of
Igalo, here we go.
situation.
Most such. Igalo current club. Yeah, it's Saudi. Al Hilal.
Yeah.
Oh, Hilal!
No,
What
so
a team
he's
that
done a
is.
3 Al's. He went Al Shabab, Al Hilal, and Al Wedder. My
We've
bad.
all done it.
My pronunciation,
Triple Al.
I apologise in advance. But
Will we see
yeah.
him back in the Premier League? I hope so.
Yes.
Well,
Well, the
there's-
Saudi League is the
Also,
new Premier League.
Do you want to guess his first? This is a great name for a club. If you know this is impressive. Do you know what his first club was in
No idea.
2005?
Reading.
Can you
5 appearances.
give us a country?
Oh right, okay, yeah, good point.
Is it
It's in Nigeria, but it's a great name for a football
is it the
team.
Port Authority FC or something like that? That is a team, as far as I'm aware, in the Nigerian
Oh well,
League.
it's like it says Youth Career Prime. That's the name
Oh,
of the
yeah.
team.
They
But
play
for
the
Prime.
yeah.
when you click on it, then it says Osun United. So I'm not really sure if Wikipedia's having a moment there.
On that,
Yeah.
AFCON,
Very excited.
which how's that going to affect United? Mbomo, Ahmad potentially, a couple
Yeah.
of others.
Yeah.
Probably make it better.
Match on not making faux pas.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't know.
Easily done.
But yeah, I don't know how that's shaping up for the likes of Liverpool as well. I don't know. But yeah,
Well, we're losing Salah.
you're losing Salah.
And
On the
if
bench
that
now
might,
anyway.
might not, yeah, it might not be the worst thing.
He
Like,
didn't
you
really
probably should
play
do-
much for
probably
Egypt.
should do that.
Yeah, I think
Did
it's
he
a case
last
of.
Pardon? He didn't play much for Egypt, did he, in the last AFCON?
I think there was sort of injury issues and stuff going on as well. But yeah, realistically, I think it might be something that will help us
I
out.
feel like you should go to the AFCON now. Just
Yeah.
be like,
Get
go
yourself
on.
back in the game.
Yeah.
well,
Extended
well,
holiday.
Slot says he's taking the bench pretty comfortably anyway. Like
Okay.
he's being a
He hasn't
professional
kicked
about
off.
it. So yeah,
Okay.
apparently it should be
I
all
think
okay.
being paid 400 grand a week probably helps that kind
Yeah.
of nudging those kind of persuasive conversations. about
Well,
being on the bench.
speaking of higher paid players, because we are running out of time, so let's move on.
Go on.
Erling Haaland has,
Yeah.
because we are pretending that the midweek games didn't exist, but he did score yesterday to reach the Premier League 100 club, and he's
Yeah.
done it in the fastest ever time of any striker in the Premier League. Is he going to be? Because I think he's already kind of up there anyway. The Premier League's best ever striker.
Yes,
Yes.
100%. He's done it in
Yeah.
111 games.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
the fastest.
So
insane.
young.
And he also
13
had a bit of
fewer.
a slump last year as well, which
Yeah.
is even crazy.
I think he still came runner-up in the Golden Boot, though, didn't he?
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
was
a
like,
slump.
he's slump, and he was
Yeah.
still banging hat-tricks.
Yeah, 13 fewer than the previous holder, Alan Shearer, which is impressive. So, yeah, this guy is a machine. I mean, Matt, I want to ask you, because you were there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Physically, he looks like a monster. I mean, in person, in the stadium, is he an absolute beast?
Yeah, I was at the Fulham game, first time ever seeing Man City, first time ever seeing him in person. It's scarily good. Because also, Bassi at centre-half for Fulham is a big, big boy.
Yeah.
And I was looking forward to the matchup, and Haaland was, I don't want to use the phrase ragdoll, but that he was all over him. And just when he gets the ball at his feet, turns, the ability to also, you talk about his goals, the ability to just actually take a ball off a goal kick and lay it through to someone like Reinders or Foden. He is such an asset. And that first goal, I've never seen someone hit a ball so hard
He's a
first
specimen,
time.
isn't
He's
he?
just a freak of nature,
Yeah,
He
unfortunately.
just stands there, whacks it in, and just walks back.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
Does his weird Zen yoga thing.
Yeah, and yeah, he's just crazy. I don't think you'll ever see a striker come into the league, hit the ground running like that ever again.
I think also mentally incredibly strong. I
Yeah.
love interviews with him, and just like him not being phased by any of this media chat. It's fantastic.
Refreshing, isn't it? He's got a
Yeah.
YouTube channel, which is well worth
Just
watching.
him being a weird bloke, isn't it?
Have
just
you
a
seen the
bizarre
one?
guy.
The one where he goes to the supermarket and he's like in like
In
a
the
hat.
Joker costume.
Yeah, the Joker
Yeah,
costume. Yeah,
yeah.
And then some guy recognised him. He's like, "How did you recognise him?" He's like, "Well, you're like 7
Yeah.
foot tall, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
obviously, you're gonna
Not
get
many
recognized."
Vikings are going around the Fallowfield Tesco.
Dressed as Heath Ledger's
Cheshire,
Joker.
Yeah,
Cheshire
exactly.
Co-op or whatever it is. Yeah.
I have a soft spot for him because he was once pictured wearing a Coventry City shirt, but still no one to this day knows why.
Did his dad play for them?
No,
There's no
never,
link?
never.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
I think Alf was there last night again.
Was he?
The camera's always cut to him. He's just sat there very proud of this
Yeah.
beast. It's like
Strange,
Ivan
strange
Drago
son.
creature
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
created. Yeah.
I think he's a prime case of using your free will as a rich and famous footballer. Like
Yeah.
that is just kind of messing about. It is
Yeah.
the best way to live your life. When
But
you
he's
do
not a
that.
dick either, it would seem.
No,
He seems
absolutely.
It's
Being
almost
on
like
bloke,
a,
if you have the money to do
Exactly.
it, you should
Yeah.
be doing that.
Nothing's
it's like
stopping
a
you.
forgivable arrogance.
like, yeah.
Another week, more technical issues. Hey, this just seems to keep happening. What is our luck, Robin?
I don't know, mate.
There's a weird sound spike just after the clap, and we'll track back to that in editing.
It was the chair. It was very funny.
Okay, right. So let's move into one of our penultimate little topic I want to chat about real quick. Blackburn Rovers and Ipswich had a game in September that was called off. In the 79th minute, Blackburn Rovers were winning 1-0. Ipswich were down to 10 men as well. And then the pitch got waterlogged and they postponed the game and decided after much deliberation that they'd replay the game in full. There was questions about, if they did the last 11 minutes, would the player that was sent off then come back on? Like, what was the deal there? So, yeah, they've played the game completely again in full. And the full-time result was 1-1. But, of course, Ipswich got to play with 11 men in that game. So it's been a bit of a sticky situation. And it's really like, what are you supposed to do in a situation like that?
I think it's fair. This isn't like a weird one-off example. It happens every season, whether it's waterlogged or snowed off.
Fireworks the other day.
Fireworks. I
guess it's the red card that's the weird part.
Yeah, but that's within a game of football, isn't it? The game of football is played to 90 plus whatever the extra time is, and if the game can't be finished, then I think I can't agree with Matt. It's fair game.
There's no other way you could do it. Really,
it's not like the team's gone out there and gone at 79 minutes. Gone actually can't.
Let's call it a day.
Decisions.
Yeah.
Well, also it would bring the game into disrepute if you were to
just play 11 minutes.
Just play whatever it was. Like, it doesn't really work, does it? So I
get the fans down for a big day of 11 minutes worth of football.
You need to just play.
But imagine now you're a Blackburn fan though, and your team's winning with 11 minutes to go, and the opposition's only got 10 men, and you look like you're on top. You're going to get 3 points, and then you missed out. And if this has repercussions at the end of the season, say you miss out on something by 2 points.
I read by all accounts, Ipswich should have been down to 10 men in last night or whenever it was in the fixture, and I think they had another shocking decision.
I just think it's one
overturned.
It's one of those things where it's just life, isn't it? It sucks, but you just have to suck it up and play the game again. And
it's always nice to see another arbitrary championship rivalry beginning. There's no way Blackburn fans are going to forget this for the next 50 years.
Well, there was only 13,000 people there. So.
Okay, well,
blink and you miss.
They'll still be angry.
Let's go into today's on this day, Robin. After all of these technical issues,
I'm going to put my Christmas hat on.
Okay, very nice. Clip farming.
It's about time you put some clothes on.
Nothing on below, but it's fine. So football on this day. I'm going to do a Christmas special. So I'm going to go to the classic. It's the 26th of December. Let's imagine it's the 26th of December, guys. It's a secret. It is the 26th of December, That's when we're in uni. I
wonder what this
What year could this be?
1963.
Get away.
So we had a record number of goals were scored in one day in the top division. 66 goals in 10 matches. In the old First Division, the fixture included 11 at Craven Cottage, Fulham 10, Ipswich 1. So they got a goal for Ipswich, which is good.
Picking their 9 last night.
Yeah, exactly. Which was the last time a club scored double figures in a top flight. Other good results from that set of fixtures was West Ham 2, Blackburn 8.
That's a rare. How many other times has that scored? 2-8.
Yeah,
exactly. Blackpool 1, Chelsea 5, and what else have we got here? Burnley 6. This is the fun one. I'm sorry, Rob, but Man United 1. So you lost 6-1 to Burnley that day. So,
what a year they had in 1963, though.
The question I was going to ask was, what is the best result you remember your team having around Christmas or Boxing Day? So Naz, do you have any ideas?
There was one a couple of seasons ago where we beat Leicester City.
Okay.
And
1-0.
It was. I want to say it was the season before. It was the season that COVID hit, and it was in that Boxing Day that we basically affirmed that we were going to win the league anyway. It was the season where we won some insane amount of games in a row, and we were like miles beyond everyone else. And everyone loves to give the whole COVID title brand to us just because it's funny to do so. But realistically, we'd got enough points by COVID hitting to have already won the league anyway, which is kind of insane to think about. But yeah, that was a good Boxing Day.
Nice. Okay. Matt?
Well, I actually, Boxing Day last year went to go and see Coventry versus the mighty Plymouth Argyle when they were the mighty Wayne Rooney's Plymouth Argyle. Me and my friend were sat there right next to Lampard and Rooney, so that was bizarre to start.
Wow.
And we were, if I remember correctly, 4-0 up by half-time. And that was pretty exciting for me. And I had a friend who was an Argyle fan who I could see in their bit of the concourse over there, and I've never seen a sadder looking man on Boxing Day.
So you've kind of cemented the, Frank Lampard's
That was
Coventry.
when
Your history
was
is...
the day we became Frank Lampard's Coventry
Yeah,
City, and probably the day they stopped being Wayne Rooney's Plymouth Argyle.
Okay.
So that was fun.
Rob, what about you? Any thoughts?
Oh,
that come
I either
to
go
mind?
from when I was 1 years old, or
Big memory.
really stuck in the mind. 4-0 against Bradford, or 2012 4-3 to Newcastle, big game, back and forth, and we nicked it at the end.
Nice. Okay. Matt, any thoughts?
Yeah. To be fair,
Premier League season?
No, I imagine someone tonked us about 6-0. But we actually had a 2020 game against Birmingham, and we won 4-0. Christian Bielik with a bicycle kick against his former club, I remember, I think. Off his shin, but you take them all, don't you?
You do. I take every bicycle kick I can do.
I mean, that was literally Romero the other day. Yesterday in the game that didn't exist because we don't talk about midweek games on the Friday Fixture.
4 days ago, I think you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
I think for me, like as a very young boy, 3-2 against Fulham. That springs to mind. I was just loving it. That was in 2005, 2006. So, William Gallas and Frank Lampard scored some of the goals. So, yeah.
Great way to celebrate your 40th birthday, Robin.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Robin. That brings us to the end of this week's episode of the Friday Fixture with all of its technical hitches. Shout out to
Christmas
producer.
special. That's what we needed.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah, technical
surely we've got to hear a tiny bit from Evie about
go on.
club and
Yeah, please do.
Your favourite
Hop on.
presenters.
The floor is yours, Evie.
and that as well.
I'm
Joe
an Arsenal
Dainty.
fan,
Okay.
so
North London forever.
yeah. I'm not from here, but from Arsenal. But
Surely it should be Solihull Moors.
well, they're doing quite well. They beat Truro.
And that's a fixture.
Yeah,
That's a
Truro-
huge
Who
fixture.
straight down for that?
That's
Truro
the Friday fixture.
just spent loads of money on a new stadium as well.
Bet
so
they look silly now, don't they?
Yeah, the nicest thing in Truro.
Yeah. Since the tin mines went anyway.
Was this your first
Boxing
Friday
Day?
fixture as well,
It was.
guys?
Yeah.
Only crashed the computer once. So
That's all right. That was not your
Exactly.
fault.
Fantastic. Well, shout out. Very good job. Well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll have you back as well to come and actually have a
hope so.
chat about Arsenal and Solihull Moors as well.
Seth out.
Thank you very much to our guests as well. Hope you enjoyed.
Pleasure being
Absolutely
Pleasure as
lovely.
always.
Yeah, really nice.
And to you too, Robin.
Yeah, thank you.
A very Merry Christmas to you all. We'll see you again soon, probably in the Christmas
Yeah.
season. Robin and I, at least, will be online. We'll be doing a little
We will.
Zoom.
With more technical issues incoming.
Hopefully
I'm
less,
sure. Yeah.
please. But yeah, thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy
See ya.
Christmas.